a stranger in a crowded place. Me and the cooler and we there. Hoping to find someone with a familiar face, so we could fit and celebrate. This is not the time to be alone now. This is the time to wind on a bumper. So let's be amazing, try amazing. Let's go tell anyone that we get no more than yeah. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep them company. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. Let me mash up the place and dance. Let me walk up the waist and dance. Let me mash up the place and dance. Drunk or sober, out from a culture. Set up panorama again. On the road with you, man. Jumping up to the soda. Must find a partner to play mass with me. This is not the time to be alone now. This is the time to wind on a bumper. So let's be amazing, try amazing. When you're getting me over, we get no bother here. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep them company. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. Together let me mash up the place and dance. Let me walk up the waist and dance. Let me mash up the place and dance. Let me walk up the waist and dance. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep them company. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. Let me mash up the place and dance. Let me walk up the waist and dance. Let me mash up the place and dance. Let me walk up the waist and dance.
Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele. It's Healthy Love Night,
Yes, my brother.
and we're looking to mash up the place no matter what.
Oh gosh.
Good, bad, or indifferent, right?
I'm just a stranger in a crowded place.
Track called Mash Up.
Cooler,
Artist goes by the name Blacks.
hoping to find someone.
Kicking off this edition of Healthy Love on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
This is not the time.
So glad you could join us. I want to say big ups to those who are locked in on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele on TuneIn Radio. And those hailing from across the pond. One ham on the radio. Top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK. King Genius, Queen Genius, much love. Those who are locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com. Welcome. Big ups to those out at Jersey. NIE Radio. With the motivator. Brother from another mother.
Drunk or sober, out from a culture.
Big ups to those who are locked in on Mix102.com.
On the road with you.
Their sister station out of Jamaica, Earth 96 FM.
Partner to play mass with me. This is not the time.
Symbol the mastermind. Much love to you, bro. Out to New York. Those who are locked in on Island Worldwide, exhibiting the power of music. Blessings to you. If you're locked in on Zeno FM, bubbling in the stew pot. On Clubhouse, bubbling in the stew pot. Welcome.
Jam on somebody now.
Those on YouTube Live, much love to you. Herbert T. Glad you could join in early. Much love, bro. And of course, those who are locked in right here at the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. So glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you, and you have my word, I wouldn't even try. Want to say much respect, excuse me. Want to say much respect to my segment sponsors, Pulse Media Group. And being in the moment is priceless. You can link them up. I want to say especially a big thanks to Pulse Media Group for hosting the website kevinstew.com. So if you have a website that you want to host, you're just building your thing, you register the domain, and you want to host your site somewhere, Pulse Media Group got you. Support your own, and we build our community stronger that way, yeah? Yeah, man, Pulse Media Group is one of us. I want to say thanks to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hand, also one of us. All my sponsors are one of us. Althea is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience. Go ahead and give her a call today. Schedule your appointment. 954-655-9000. That's 954-655-9000. She only has one request outside of paying her. It's that you get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done. It's called the Kevin Stew clause. Yeah, man, it's a real thing. I want to say thank you to Global Bass. The Global Bass navigates your journey across music, marketing, and much, much more. It's a realm where social spheres are awakened through their mastery. Go ahead, embrace the invitation to liberate your creativity unbounded and free. Just like their consultation, which is free. I like that free part. I don't know about you, but free 99 is one of the best things ever. Especially when it's quality freeness. And I know that sounds odd, right? Because I'm saying anything free not good. But guess what? Salvation free. I'll just leave that right there. The Global Base is your catalyst for everything you need related to music, marketing, event planning, and social media. Link them up. daglobalbase.com. That's theglobalbase.com. Tell them Kevin Stew sent you. I want to say thank you to McNeil Trucking. Veteran owned, licensed and insured mover in the state of Florida. With McNeil Trucking, your goods are in good hands. So if you want to move from the Keys to Jacksonville, from Naples to Palm Beach, Pompano to Pensacola, and any point in between, you want to put some things in storage, you don't have the manpower, you don't have the equipment, you don't have the transportation, don't you worry. McNeil Trucking got you. 954-406-9740 is the number to use to get in touch. That's 954-406-9740. McNeil Trucking, your goods in good hands. Tell them you heard about them on Night Shift to DJ Kevin Stew. they won't mash up your place. Or your goods. Invite him to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too.
Keep them company.
Call up somebody, anybody, everybody, let them know. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Steele. We're here for you. Music from Blacks.
Madness. Oh gosh. Yes, my brother. Burn.
The track is called Mash Up. Alright, so as we get into tonight's broadcast, we're looking at hernias tonight. 773-789 Stu is the number that you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram from anywhere in the world, and you'll be right here live and in living color. Of course, you can communicate in the chat room, whether on YouTube or the Stew Pot on kevinstew.com, which is really a chat room, but because we're fancy on kevinstew.com, we call it the Stew Pot. It's where we keep things interactive and bubbling. You can remain anonymous. You can give your name. Either way, we'll be interacting and you'll be recognized. We just ask that you remain respectful and keep things kosher. Yeah? You can do that. Everybody can do that. Right? Cool. So, here's a question. Multi-million-dollar question. What is a hernia? Well, basically, you get a hernia when an organ or fatty tissue squeezes through a weak spot in a surrounding muscle or connective tissue called fascia, or Fascia. Hernias often happen where the belly wall is weaker, such as in the belly area or groin, and they can have various causes. Hernias can be painful. In some cases, they need emergency treatment. So you would want to call 911 right away if your hernia is extremely painful, growing quickly, swollen, or red. If it makes you feel nauseated, brings on constipation or bloating, and if it comes with a fever. In a reducible hernia, the lump can be pushed back through the belly wall. If not, then it's an irreducible hernia, which is more likely to have serious complications. Now, if you have a hernia of any kind and you hear that information, I'm pretty sure at that point, if you weren't worried before, you just got worried. Well, a hernia is an emergency if it's incarcerated. Now, you wouldn't look to call something that is happening in your body incarcerated. However, it is. In an incarcerated hernia, tissue such as from the bowel has slipped through the hernia and gotten stuck there. Stool may not be able to get through normally, which can cause pain, nausea, vomiting, and even a tear in the bowel wall. If an incarcerated hernia becomes strangulated, the bowel tissue has started to die and needs emergency surgery. Ultimately, hernias are caused by a combination of pressure and an opening or weakness in the muscle or fascia. The pressure pushes an organ or tissue through the weak spot. Sometimes the muscle weakness is present at birth, but more often it develops later in life. I believe mine, the one I had as a child, was from birth. I had a type of a hernia that we'll get into a little bit later on. Some common sources of belly pressure include lifting heavy objects without proper form, basically without stabilizing the belly muscles, diarrhea or constipation, persistent coughing or sneezing, pregnancy, pelvic or abdominal surgery or belly surgery. And some people are born with hernias, and this is called a congenital hernia. It's more common in people who are born early. I wasn't born early. In fact, I was told, my mother told me that the doctor sat at the foot of her bed with his glasses on his nose, looking over the rim of his glasses. Like, little man, what are you doing? You need to show up. You need to get out here. And funny enough, my firstborn was like that. The doctors actually had to get him because he retreated up under his mother's rib. They, just like me, she had to have a C-section, but the doctor put his forearm on her abdomen and pushed him down and then reached up and pulled him out. How do I know this? I was there. But I digress. So, the congenital hernia is often or occurs more so in people who are born early, people who have certain conditions such as cystic fibrosis, connective tissue disorders, hip dysplasia, and some urinary or reproductive tract problems. If they have undescended testicles, which generally happens in people who are assigned male at birth. Now, you may also notice that some of the jargon in our medical information have been modified in more recent times, or there are some words or phrases that have been included because sexuality isn't what it used to be. And so to make sure nobody takes things for granted and everything is clear, there are certain phrases or words that are included in text, as in the case that we just came across just now of people assigned male at birth, which means it's not that they were given the gender per se. That's how they were born. Not necessarily how they identify today, but definitely how they were born. Now, there are different types of hernias. The most common are inguinal or inner groin hernias. And you have your femoral or femoral, which is outer groin, umbilical, definitely, that was the one I had, which is at your belly button, incisional, resulting from a surgical cut or incision, and hiatal, the upper stomach. So I had umbilical hernia. I have a scar over my navel to prove it, if that is proof. How exactly did I get that? I'm not too sure, but I did have my surgery around about age 7, age 8. And that in and of itself was an experience. About 3 of every 4 hernias are in the groin. And there are 2 types, the inguinal and the femoral. Almost all groin hernias are inguinal. They're much more common in men than in women. About 1 in 4 men and people assigned male at birth get inguinal hernias. So it's pretty common. So if you know 4 men, one of them, chances are, will have it. If they haven't had it before, they do have it now, or they're going to. Inguinal hernias form when part of your intestine pushes through a weakness in the lower belly, and this causes a bulge in the area of the groin called the inguinal canal. There are two kinds of inguinal hernia. Indirect, where the intestine enters the inguinal canal, and this is more common. And the direct, where the intestine does not enter the inguinal canal but goes straight through the bowel wall. With an inguinal hernia, you'll probably see a lump where your thigh and groin come together. It may seem to go away when lying down, but you see it clearly when you cough, stand, or strain. Not sure why you're straining, but generally, these hernias are not dangerous. Your doctor may consider watchful waiting or keeping an eye on it. Your femoral hernia account for only a few out of every 100 hernias. They're more common in older women and are often mistaken for inguinal hernias. Femoral hernias bulge into a different area of the groin called the femoral canal. This canal is right beneath the inguinal canal. You might see a lump right around the crease of the groin or just into the upper thigh. Your doctor will probably suggest surgery for a femoral hernia because they are more likely to get stuck than inguinal hernias. Umbilical hernias now are a little bit different. About 15% of babies have a congenital hernia, usually umbilical. Umbilical hernias happen when fat or part of the intestine pushes through muscle near the belly button. It's a type of ventral hernia, which means that it affects the muscles of the abdominal or belly wall. They're more common in newborns, especially in those born too early, but adults can get them too. Women are more likely than men to get umbilical hernias. Your chances are also higher if you're overweight, have been pregnant more than once, have a lot of belly fluid. It's a condition called ascites. If you have a long-term cough, have trouble peeing because of an enlarged prostate, if you're constipated for long periods of time or vomit repeatedly. Funny enough, as a child, I don't recall having any of those symptoms, but I did have umbilical hernia. What are the risk factors, or what all the risk factors have in common is increased pressure in the belly area or the abdomen that pushes the hernia out. Now, about 1 in every 10 hernias are incisional. This means they're from where you had a previous surgery. The surgery might have weakened the abdominal wall muscles, making them vulnerable to tearing, and if a hole forms, tissue can poke through because they affect the abdominal wall. They're considered a type of ventral hernia, like groin hernias. They can lead to more serious problems if they're not repaired. Incisional hernias are common in people who have had an operation, especially emergency surgery, and you're more likely to get one if you do any of these things before your surgery cuts heals completely. If you gain a lot of weight, exercise too soon or too heavily, you get pregnant, those things can cause incisional hernias. And your chances are also higher if the wound gets infected or if you're a man over 60, you are obese, you have long-term lung issues, have diabetes or kidney failure, you smoke, take long-term medications like steroids or drugs that affect your immune system. So, about now, there would probably be an increase in some of these hernias because of what has happened in the last few years with respiratory illnesses. There are a lot of people who have long-term lung disease and coughs as a result of COVID rolling through, right? So there is that issue. We have a few more hernias to look at. But before we do so, we're going to take another break. We're going to take a quick break and give people who haven't had the chance to call up somebody to go ahead and do so. Those who have started taking notes, then, to get more comfortable. Those who wish they had taken notes to get their papers in order, no need to worry though, because the broadcast is recorded. It is available on the YouTube channel, so you can go back there and you can watch it again. And if you can't find it, don't worry. kevinstew.com is where the archive is housed. So just go to kevinstew.com and you'll see the broadcast archive right there. The video archive is right there. Yes, there's some updates that need to be done to the website. I have been lax in doing that, but things have been happening around me and it's kind of crazy. All right, cool. Forgive me, please. Also, what you'll find on the website is a copy, well, not a copy, but an image of the book cover for the audiobook Empowered: Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. Now, Jonathan Field authored this book a couple of years ago. I narrated it. And I learned so much from my time narrating this book. And you will too by listening to it. If you want the hard copy, fine. You can go ahead and order that. The link that I have on kevinstew.com takes you to the audiobook. Get your copy. Get a copy for someone else. Male or female, it doesn't matter, because we all have females in our lives. And the concepts work, right? They're informative, they're educational. Check it out. Get your copy of the book today. Don't let the day pass and you haven't. Also want to big up the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and the work that they have been doing in holding the government of Jamaica accountable. They have been asking a lot of questions of the government and trying to educate Jamaicans in Jamaica and the world over on how to keep the government accountable. There are questions that you can ask. A lot of people didn't know that you could ask these questions of the government and such, except through the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, learning some of these things through Will Rattigan on his broadcast, Reason with Rattigan, which happens on a Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. on Reggae Global Radio and YouTube. And so you can catch Will Rattigan at that time, 3 p.m. with his panel. One of the members of the panel, a lot of people have gotten to know the name recently with the Vibes Cartel developments, Mr. Isat Buchanan, who has his own broadcast called Context Matters. And that airs on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on Reggae Global Radio and on YouTube. So you can catch Isat with Context Matters. Just a few mentions that I needed to make. So keep your ears open for those. And we'll be right back.
Is your church, business, or private event at risk of being left behind? Then let Pulse eMedia Group be your one-stop shop to capture your vision and mission for your business or showcase your church through live streaming. Celebrate your memories through photos and videos for your wedding, youth concerts, women's ministries, and men's outreach programs in action. We will even help you develop specialized ads to enhance and expand your opportunities to reach new clients and new seekers to better serve your community. At Pulse eMedia Group, it's not either or. Call us us at 754-999-1140. Pulse E-Media Group.
This is Fearless Creativity, headed by Simon Mays with over 30 years of creative experience. Clients include the Jamaica Inn, Flow Jamaica, and many more. We help run campaigns from ideation to the final edit. We offer social media content, video production, post-production, and also animation packages. You need these services because in 2024, you cannot reasonably compete in the market without having a digital presence. We offer these packages fully in-house. All the headache is taken off you, and it's automatic and can be repurposed. We can make it extremely convenient and extremely affordable for you if you allow us to help. We typically offer 3, 6, 12-month packages, but because we have expanded our client base, we are offering a special introductory 1-month startup package, which will help leverage your business by building awareness, exciting customers, and ultimately drive sales.
Hey Dad, how do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions.
How high can you jump?
But you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey Dad, how do you throw a curveball?
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's Christine representing for DJ Kevin. You see me, I say, I don't know the boss. You see me, I say, DJ Kevin's 2 and the night shift radio show. Yo, it at the thing, turn up the thing loud. Whoa, DJ Kevin's 2 have the heart of a champion. Never underestimate, just choose him. The silver line behind the dark clouds. DJ Kevin's 2 believe him, and that's no doubt. Salute the night shift radio show, Christine. It's a hot it up. Loud. Kill the beast.
You just don't know how much you're in my mind. Stay with me.
You saved me.
A little soul for the talent for you. Her name is Lisa Soul. A track called Fantasy of Mine. Welcome back to the broadcast. Healthy Love Night right here on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. Yours truly, Kevin Stew, holding it down. And tonight we're talking about hernias. And we're looking at some of the different types of hernias, living with them, treating them, understanding them, getting a better understanding of this thing called hernia. Not one of those things that is talked about too often. Also, not too sure why. One would think that something as serious, as important as a hernia should get a little bit more attention, right? Well, not quite the case. Just to recap, there are different types of hernias, and we had just started looking at some of them. And you have your incisional hernias, your groin hernias, which you have two types, inguinal and femoral. You have your umbilical hernia, you have your incisional hernia that we just looked at before we went off on a break. And now we have our hiatal hernia. About 1 in 5 people get this, half of whom are over 50. And this is also the most common type of hernia among pregnant people. Unlike many other hernia types, a hiatal hernia doesn't affect your abdominal wall. Instead, it affects your diaphragm. This is the sheet of muscle that separates your chest from your belly. Your esophagus runs from your throat to your stomach and passes through an opening in the diaphragm. With a hiatal hernia, part of the stomach bulges up through this opening and into the chest. You won't see any lump, but you might get heartburn or chest pain and notice a sour taste in your mouth. Then you have your epigastric hernia. Less than 4% of abdominal hernias are epigastric. They're more common in men and people assigned male at birth, as well as people ages 20 to 50. An epigastric hernia forms at the midpoint between your sternum, your breastbone, and your belly button. It happens when fat pushes through a hole in your abdominal wall muscles, causing a painful bulge. There is also the Spigelian hernia. This one is pretty rare, making up less than 2% of all abdominal wall hernias. They're most common in women and people assigned female at birth, as well as people over 60. They form when abdominal tissue pushes through a hole in the area of connective tissue called the Spigelian fascia. And you may not notice a lump. These hernias are particularly likely to get incarcerated. Now, again, incarcerated hernias are the ones that get stuck. So you want to be mindful of that. Then there is your perennial hernia. This hernia is also rare. It happens when abdominal tissue pokes through a hole in the pelvic floor. This can be caused by surgery, injury, or pregnancy. It affects less than 7% of people who have pelvic surgery. It's more common in women and people assigned female at birth. Then you have your congenital diaphragmatic hernia. And this one is the last in the list of hernias that we'll be going through tonight. This is a dangerous birth defect that affects up to 1 in 2,500 babies. That makes it very rare. It happens when the diaphragm, the wall of muscle that separates the chest and belly, when that has a hole. The baby is still growing. Baby's still growing organs can then slip through the hole and crowd the lungs. You see the problem that can cause, right? It's not clear what causes this particular type of hernia, although genetic conditions and exposure to toxins may play a role. Here is the problem with that. There are a lot of toxins that mothers are exposed to. Too many, if you ask me. And it's almost impossible for them to avoid it. But amazingly, the number of people affected, number of births affected is still so low. 1 in 2,500. And I'm not saying that it should be more or I even want it to be more. I'm just saying that it's amazing that it's still this low. And so we have to recognize the fact that it exists and not take it for granted and continue pumping all these toxins into our atmosphere, exposing our potential mothers and the mothers to be to these toxins, causing babies great harm, or potentially causing babies great harm. The most obvious symptom of hernias is a visible lump. It might be tender and can sometimes disappear when you lay down. But some people don't have a lump or any other symptom. So the common symptoms of inguinal, femoral, umbilical, and incisional hernias are visible swellings in your abdomen or groin, a heavy feeling in the abdomen, sometimes with constipation or blood in your poop, discomfort in the abdomen or groin when lifting or bending over, a burning or aching sensation at the bulge, weakness or pressure in your groin, heartburn, a hard time swallowing, shooting pain, vomiting, constipation, pain and swelling around the testes. And on the other hand, your hiatal hernia, this one is likely to cause heartburn and upper abdominal pain. When it comes to strangulated hernia symptoms, you can usually push a hernia back in, but sometimes you can't, and it can get stuck in your abdomen. If the trapped part gets cut off from blood flow, then this is a serious life-threatening situation that is called strangulation. And that is what happens to your strangulated hernias. Call your doctor right away if you have any symptoms of a strangulated hernia. These include nausea, vomiting, or both, fevers, sudden pain that gets worse quickly, a hernia bulge that turns red, purple, or dark, and not being able to pass gas or stool. If you think you have a hernia, make an appointment with your doctor. They can make sure you get the right diagnosis, especially because other conditions can look like hernias. They also will help you to get treatment before the hernia becomes serious. You'll want to get emergency help if your hernia changes color, your hernia becomes numb, or you have a fever, nausea, or vomiting. Hernias are common in children, especially babies. They can happen when a part of their abdominal wall is weak at birth, and if your child has one, you'll usually notice a bulge in the groin area or around the belly button. Your baby may also cry a lot and refuse to eat. Well, that wasn't me as a child. Hernias often bulge when your child cries, coughs, or strains to poop. And you may also notice that their belly is tender to the touch. Now, this information is courtesy of WebMD, so you can also go and look up this information yourself. Not to say that you're going to self-diagnose, just that you have a little bit more knowledge of what we're talking about. You'll want to see a doctor when you suspect that you have a hernia. You get a hernia to go back in or it goes soft. And sorry, when you can't get it to go back in or it goes soft, go ahead and seek medical care right away, as this is an incarcerated hernia and it can lead to organ strangulation. If you have a painful or noticeable bulge in your groin on either side of your pubic bone, if you know you have a hernia and have symptoms of strangulated hernia, you want to get medical care right away. Don't hesitate. Most bulging hernias can be diagnosed with a physical exam. Your doctor may look at your hernia and feel it. They might also ask you to cough or change your position, and sometimes they will push it back in, and this helps them get a better idea of how serious it is. Occasionally, they may need to get a better look with a CT scan or other imaging test. Hernias usually do not get better on their own. They tend to get bigger, and in rare cases, they can lead to life-threatening complications. And that is why doctors often suggest surgery. But not every hernia needs treatment right away. It depends on the size and symptoms. If it doesn't have symptoms, it may not need treatment at all. A surgical hernia repair involves pushing a bulge back inside the body part that should contain it using mesh and keeping it there. Your doctor may suggest that you wear a corset, binder, or truss, and these supportive undergarments apply gentle pressure on the hernia and keep it in place. They also may ease discomfort or pain. You use them if you can't have surgery or for temporary relief before your procedure. Only use these garments under your doctor's care. Do not self-diagnose and go ahead and get these garments, because you could complicate matters. So although you're getting the information, please talk with a doctor. Talk with a professional. I am a DJ, not a DR. Although I bring you this good information, don't get it twisted. Don't say Kevin Stew said. You can say you heard Kevin Stew say, but don't say Kevin Stew told you to. Alright? Cool. Now, most hernias eventually need surgical repair. It may be time for surgery if tissue, such as the intestine, become trapped in the abdominal wall. This is called incarceration. And if left untreated, it could lead to strangulation. The hernia becomes strangulated, and this is when it loses blood flow. Strangulated organs, usually your intestines, will die. If they are not removed quickly, you can become seriously ill. Signs include fever, nausea, sudden pain that gets worse, or a hernia that turns red, purple, or dark. The hernia causes pain or discomfort, or it's growing larger. You may be able to wait to have surgery if your hernia goes away when you lie down, or you can push it back into your belly. This is called a reducible hernia. It's small and causes few or no symptoms. These may never need surgery. Talk to your doctor. They'll watch for changes in your hernia during your yearly physical. Nearly all children and adults can have hernia surgery. If you're seriously ill or very frail, you may choose not to have an operation. Your doctor can help you weigh the benefits of the procedure against your ability to recover. I remember when I was a child, I used to have these severe cramps in my abdomen. And I used to wonder if this is what women go through when they had cramps. Yes, at 8, I was wondering if this is what women went through. Because I was doubled over in pain and it was horrible. And I had the surgery, and I remember waking up in the recovery unit, and I tried to sit up immediately. Bad move, and I didn't try sitting up again for weeks. Because I remember what happened that one time. And I passed right back out. I don't know if it was the pain or the anesthesia, but I went right back to sleep. But I digress. The kind of surgery that you'll need often depends on the size, type, and location of your hernia. Your doctor will also consider your lifestyle, health, and age. Regardless of the type you get, the surgery can be done at a hospital or outpatient surgery center and will require general anesthesia. So, even as a child, my hospital stay was only until I recovered from anesthesia. Went in the morning. I remember the mask being put on my face. I got the gas. Being asked to count backwards from 10. I got to 7. I don't remember anything after that until that moment when I woke up. The gas was that good. And I'm not sure if I even said 7 completely, but I was out. Gone. The surgeon makes a cut when it's open surgery. So there are different types of surgeries that you could have to repair the hernia. Open surgery is when the surgeon makes a cut to open your skin. They'll gently push the hernia back into place, tie it off, or remove it. Then they'll close the weak area of the muscle where the hernia pushed through with stitches. For larger hernias, the surgeon may apply a piece of flexible mesh for extra support, and this will help keep the hernia from coming back. You also have laparoscopy or laparoscopic surgery. Struggle. And in this surgery, your abdomen is inflated with a harmless gas, and this gives the surgeon a better look at your organs. They'll make a few small cuts near the hernia, insert a thin tube with a tiny camera on the end, laparoscope, and the surgeon uses images from the laparoscope as a guide to repair the hernia with mesh. You'll usually get better faster with laparoscopic surgery. On average, you're back to your normal routine within a week, and a week sooner than you would with open surgery. Now, some may say a week is not that much of a difference. Well, if you have a very active lifestyle, a week makes the world of a difference. There is minimally invasive robotic surgery, and this technique is similar to laparoscopic surgery, but your surgeon will use a computer to control robotic arms. The surgery for hiatal surgery is called Nissen fundoplication. Now, In this surgery, the surgeon stitches together your upper stomach and lower esophagus. How the procedures, how it is done, I got nothing. But Nissan, Nisen, fundoplication, fundoplication. You can look it up. You can get a little bit more information for yourself so that you're just informed. Not to say that you're going to be performing the surgery or anything like that, but you get an idea, right? Generally, the cost of your surgery depends on where you live, what kind of surgery you might need, and what kind of insurance you have. According to Medicare.gov, in May of 2024, for a mild hernia, one that is less than 3 centimeters, and that can be easily pushed back in, it costs about $1,956 as an outpatient surgery. And in a hospital, costs about $3,600. On average, a Medicare patient was responsible for about 391 of the outpatient procedure and 726 roundabout there of the hospital cost. Laparoscopic surgery was a bit more expensive. An inguinal hernia repair would cost about $3,100 at an outpatient surgery center, almost $6,000 in a hospital. On average, a Medicare patient would pay about $625 in the outpatient center and about $1,200 for a hospital. Every insurance plan has different rules. So go ahead and check with your insurance company about what they will cover and whether you'll need pre-authorization. And these cost estimates do not include doctor's fees, any extra procedures, or any other services. So it could be a whole lot more than these estimated costs. Now, your recovery time generally depends on what kind of hernia you may have and your overall health. You usually don't need to stay overnight in the hospital. Like I said, even as a child, I didn't stay overnight in the hospital. Most people can get up and move around in a few days. I did, although I looked like an old man when I did it, I did. You may even be able to do some light walking the day after your procedure. Start off at a gentle pace. Over time, you can slowly raise your activity levels, but generally you can return to work in about a week or two, depending on your job. It will probably be another few weeks before you can do more intensive activities like lifting heavy objects. Now, if those lifting heavy objects that caused the hernia in the first place, I'm not too sure you want to go back to doing that. But, there are complications that could arise from doing hernia surgeries. That is expected because that happens with just about any hernia. We're going to take another quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to look. There are a few things that we could look at. Exercising with a hernia is what we'll look at. Is it safe to do so? Now, take into consideration a lot of people that develop hernias. Some of the people that develop hernias are pretty active. And so this would be a concern. Yeah? So stay tuned. Call up somebody that you might know who may have a hernia, who have been making some of these complaints. And not to say that you're diagnosing them, but even if they have been diagnosed and they're pretty active, they might have asked the question or have the question in their mind, is it safe to exercise when you have a hernia? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk a little bit more, right? Cool.
Making great music is one thing, sharing it with the world, that's another. Let the professionals at Reggae Global Entertainment help you to another level. Specializing in artist management, booking, public relations and marketing, and promotion, Reggae Global Entertainment can help you with event planning, websites, photography, and video production, press releases, legal services, and graphic design. They can even help you with music production, so you can get the sound that you want every time. Call Reggae Global Entertainment at 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199. Or visit them online at reggaeglobalentertainment.com.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Imagine having our own Caribbean Center.
Imagine a museum highlighting our history and the contributions of Caribbean people to the world.
Imagine being able to visit and learn about the islands we call home.
In a place where our kids can see and feel their cultural heritage.
Your contribution to Island Space Caribbean Museum will help this dream come true.
Visit islandspacefl.org/GoFundMe
and donate today.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making know say right now you are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Don't let them keep you down. Even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. Yes, even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. Well, in my life sometimes I find hypocrites and those that backbite. People hide behind their lies, disguising what they feel inside. If never watch you while you work, saying words to try and hurt you, let the words that would deter you better you and keep your fears inside. Don't let them see you crying. If you keep on trying, then you will reach the sky. Hold your head up high, and if you keep on striving, in time you'll shine, yeah. Even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. Yes, even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. Yeah, well, Jack gave me real friends and I know them. Still some a wolf in a friend clothing, but in the end I expose them. So me know I have to dispose them. Without a reason some all I hate you, but underneath that still them I rate you. Envy I kill them, they want to take you down. Keep your fears inside, don't let them see you crying. If you keep on trying, then you will reach the sky. Hold your head up high, and if you keep on striving, in time you'll shine, yeah. Even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. Yes, even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying to the Maker, and you put your shoulder closer to the wheel. So me say, though enemies around, don't let them keep you down. Stand firmly on your ground until them underground. And all when they try to cheat you, learn what they got to teach you. Don't let them ever reach you, they can't beat you. Make them go under them own thing, and make them talk them own talking. If you work harder, then one day they won't have no more to say. Because your destiny resides inside. Yes, your destiny resides. Even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep praying.
Music from Cesar bringing us back from the break.
Your shoulder closer.
Track called Shoulder to the Wheel.
Even if they say that you will never make it, even if they say that you're destined to fail, you got to keep your faith, keep.
So before we get into musical therapy,
You put your shoulder close.
the question is it safe to exercise with a hernia? Hernias is the topic of tonight's Healthy Love. And we looked at the types of hernias that you may have. We looked at some of the treatments. Question that we're going to look at in this last segment of Healthy Love tonight is it safe to exercise? Well, you can exercise if you have a hernia, but I guess you saw it coming, right? Certain abdominal exercises may put more pressure on it. To stay safe, consult your doctor before you determine which activity, so that you can determine which activities are suitable for you and what exercises should be avoided or even modified. In general, strengthening the core muscles, which include the abdomen, back, and pelvis, can help to support the spine and improve overall stability and balance. This can help reduce the risk of hernias and prevent hernias from worsening. However, certain types of exercises, such as heavy lifting or activities that put a strain on the abdominal wall, may not be suitable for people with hernias. If you intend to exercise with a hernia, one of the best ways to incorporate these activities is to modify them. This may include using lighter weights or reducing the intensity or duration of certain exercises. Exercising with a hernia can be done safely under close observation and guidance of a certified medical professional. However, there are still some risks that are associated with it. Poor form while exercising or too much stress on the weakened area can lead to increased pain, muscle strain, and even more serious complications. For those with hernias, engaging in strenuous activities can worsen their conditions. An advisable alternative is to focus on low-impact exercises that still improve your physical fitness, such as walking or swimming. Some people with hernias may experience bladder control problems, straining during bowel movements, and nerve issues due to the pressure posed by their hernia. If any such issues arise while exercising with a hernia, it is essential to stop the activity immediately and consult your doctor. Now, while engaging in exercises with a hernia has its risks, it is undeniable that keeping active sets the foundation for treating and managing your condition. Regular exercise strengthens hernia supportive muscles, helping to prevent and reduce the recurrence of hernias and minimizing symptoms. When in pain, light exercise can increase blood flow to help reduce inflammation, easing discomfort and allowing the body to heal faster. Physical activity also improves posture and reduces pressure on internal organs, helping to improve overall health and possibly reducing hernia risk. And regular exercise helps maintain a healthy body weight, which helps to reduce the overall strain on the lower abdominal area. So do keep those things in mind. Now, with that said, if you do have a hernia, there are some exercises that you should avoid so your condition doesn't get worse. Exercises such as sit-ups, crunches, and other core strengthening workouts can do damage if you already have a weak spot in your abdomen wall. High impact exercises like jumping jacks, running, and burpees should be avoided as well, as they increase pressure on the abdomen. Exercises that involve heavy lifting, like lifting heavy weights or putting strain on the abdominal muscles, should be particularly avoided, as this could lead to further damage to the hernia. It can also be helpful to avoid intense activities such as jogging, running, and jumping. Even simple movements like pushing and pulling heavy objects should be done carefully. By modifying any exercise routine to slower, lower impact exercises like walking, swimming, or biking, people with hernias will still experience health benefits without aggravating their condition. When choosing safe exercises for those with hernias, core strengthening exercises such as bridges, planks, and pelvic tilts are particularly beneficial. Now, you'd think that a plank would be one of those activities that you want to avoid, but planks are amazing total body workouts. If you haven't started doing it, you can go ahead and start doing it today. And it's just a matter of starting by holding a relatively challenging length of time and then increasing as you go along. Low impact cardiovascular activities such as walking, light jogging, swimming, and cycling are also recommended. Additionally, yoga poses that concentrate on core stability and engaging your deeper abdominal muscles can effectively decrease symptoms associated with hernias. Always, always, always seek medical advice before beginning any exercise routine when dealing with hernia symptoms. Please. While it is safe to live with certain types of hernias, you do want to discuss if hernia repair surgery is needed with your healthcare provider, as we went through the hernia repairs or the surgery types that are associated with different types of hernias. At the end of the day, exercising with a hernia can be safe if it is done cautiously and with the guidance of a healthcare provider. There are many benefits to exercising with a hernia, including improved circulation, reduced inflammation, and stronger muscles. If you're considering hernia surgery or looking for medical advice, go ahead and talk with your doctor about your specific situation to determine the best course of treatment. Believe me, the doctors are there to help you. They can't help you without you giving them the information that they need to apply their professional opinions to your treatment. In other words, it doesn't help to keep secrets. All right? So go ahead and just spill it to your doctor. Tell them everything. Because in the long run, you will benefit. It will help you. You will be helped to get better. All right? I guarantee it. Now, one thing I want to touch on before we get into musical therapy is diet. With hiatal hernias, there are things that you want to avoid. Your diet may significantly impact acid reflux and other symptoms associated with a hiatal hernia. Avoiding citrus, fatty foods, and carbonated beverages may prevent irritation. Eating foods high in fiber, probiotics, and whole grains may help significantly. Now, as a reminder, a hiatal hernia involves a part of your stomach extending or pushing through a small opening or hiatus in your diaphragm. The diaphragm is that parachute-shaped muscle that extends along the rib cage under the lungs and helps you to breathe in and out. Your food pipe or your esophagus passes through the muscle to connect to the stomach. The main symptom of a hiatal hernia is acid reflux, which is when acid and other stomach contents flow back up the esophagus. You may experience heartburn, sore throat, belching, and epigastric pain, among other symptoms. Chronic acid reflux may lead to gastroesophageal reflux disease, simply called GERD. What you eat may soothe or worsen these symptoms. In fact, a dietary adjustment and other lifestyle changes are often the first line of management for acid reflux, GERD, and hiatal hernias. So, the foods to avoid for hiatal hernias are some of the same things that you want to avoid if you have GERD. Onions and garlic, citrus fruits like limes and oranges, tomatoes and tomato-based foods such as salsa, bruschetta, and spaghetti and pizza sauce. Not spaghettis, but spaghetti sauce. Spicy foods, fried and fatty foods, sugary foods, foods high in sodium, chocolate, believe it or not, peppermint, and mint. Beverages to avoid include alcohol, which includes your wines, your beers, and other spirits. Coffee, caffeinated teas, carbonated drinks, including seltzer water. Whole milk. The foods that may help with GERD and hiatal hernia are your non-citrus fruits, like your apples, pears, melons, berries, papayas, fresh vegetables like artichokes, carrots, sweet potatoes, asparagus, squash, green beans, leafy greens, and peas. Whole grains, nuts and seeds like almonds, chia seeds, and sunflower seeds. Probiotic foods like sauerkraut, kombucha, and kimchi. Your lean proteins, low-fat yogurt, honey, plant-based milks, preferably low in sugar like soy milk, oat milk, almond milk, certain natural juices like aloe vera, carrot, and cabbage juice. Not many people I know are going to be drinking cabbage juice. I'm definitely on the list of people who don't have cabbage juice high on their list of drinks. And I don't have GERD. So, yeah. That's on the lower end of the spectrum for me. Carrot juice, aloe vera juice, I'll go with those. Carrot juice tops my list. But do pay attention to things like that. Foods and fruits and vegetables. The way you cook and eat your food can also make a difference. For example, fried sweet potatoes may trigger heartburn, while baked or boiled sweet potatoes may soothe it. What's the difference? The oils, right? Eating too much food at one time or too fast may make your hiatal hernia and acid reflux symptoms get worse. Take your time. Don't eat as much. To reduce the chance of acid reflux, You want to cook with healthy fats like avocado, coconut, and olive oils. And remember, olive oil, you want to be careful about how much heat you apply to olive oil. Eat whole foods instead of processed foods whenever possible. The fiber content of fresh foods should help with your acid reflux. Eat small meals every few hours instead of 3 large meals during the day. Add probiotic foods to your diet, like cultured vegetables like pickles and which are a tasty option. Yogurt, kefir, kombucha are other good choices. Taking a probiotic supplement is also an option. Drink plain water. 8 glasses of water per day may help. Avoid, well, not avoid, but add lemon to your water for additional acid lowering power. And it's strange. Although it's acidic outside the body, lemons help to lower acid inside the body. It's more alkaline inside the body. Yeah, because of how the metabolic process works. It is metabolized to have alkaline byproducts. So it is although you're avoiding citrus, you're adding it to your water to make the body more alkaline to deal with the acid reflux. It's strange, yes, I get it, but it works. Other strategies to help manage your acid reflux, GERD, or your hiatal hernia symptoms would include walking after eating and avoiding going to bed shortly after a meal. Elevating the head off your bed so that your chest is slightly higher than your legs. Sleeping on your left side. Managing your weight so it's optimal for your age and height. Stopping tobacco use if you smoke. Skipping tight-fitting clothes, which can make your heartburn worse. Asking a healthcare professional about over-the-counter medication that may reduce acid in your stomach. Taking probiotics and digestive enzymes. Eating your meals in a calm and relaxing place, which may include actually taking a lunchtime at work. There are some people that have issues and they have their lunch at their desk and it's just a bad practice overall. Take your lunchtime. Get away. Be mindful of, be present when having your meals. So that you're mindful of your chews, you're mindful of relaxing your body, so you're not stressing yourself as you do something as important as eat your meals. Eating slowly and chewing well is important. And avoid standing while eating. Which, don't lay down either. Don't lie down to eat. Sit, have your meal, enjoy it, and be present. Diet may impact the frequency and severity of acid reflux symptoms related to hiatal hernia. If you have a hiatal hernia, you may want to follow dietary protocols used to manage GERD. Some of the very same things. And if your symptoms persist, discuss them with a healthcare professional. Some over-the-counter and prescription medications may also help you to find some relief. But please, 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 don't ignore it, the symptoms, and do take your time to have your meals. Remember, if you're working and you're pressured and you feel it's important to eat through lunchtime or work through lunchtime as you eat, then also keep in mind that when you fall out, you're replaced. There's always a replacement waiting. So it's not that you're indispensable. Yes, you may be very good at what you do, but best believe if you end up falling out, if you end up having to leave because of health reasons, you will be replaced. So make it a win-win situation. You remain important to the job, but you also remain on the job because you have taken time to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of you, you can't be on the job. Simple as that. We're going to jump into musical therapy, and we're kicking it off with new music from Alicia Marie, a track called Thank You, Father.
I give thanks, I give thanks. I give thanks for the air that I breathe, for a place to sleep and food to eat. I'm so grateful for the dawning of each day. Brand new possibilities, yeah. I can go chill and vibe with a friend. Sweet meditations and a little reasoning. Thanks for waking me this morning. Thank you for today. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jaja. Thank you, Lord. Beginning and the end. Thank you for today. Thank you for the blessings you have given me, and for those that are yet to come. You're quenching rain, golden rays of sun. Thank you for today. Though undeserving of your grace sometimes, you bless us in every way. For you so loved the world, you gave your only Son. Thank you for today. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jaja. Thank you, Lord. Omega, beginning and the end. Thank you for today. When stress and tribulation shake my foundation, you are my solid rock. When evil surrounds me and things don't look so good, you've always made a way. Always made a way. You always had my back. You got me always. I wanna thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jaja. Thank you, Lord. Beginning and the end. Thank you for today. I just wanna thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I just wanna thank you, Jaja. Thank you, Lord. Omega, beginning and the end. Thank you for today.
Now it seems each day you learn something to make a better way. Like growing up ain't just a phase, it's reality. And sometimes it's hard to face the world with your head screwed on.
This is music from ISAT.
Time you will see it comes naturally.
Yeah, man, the same context matter guy.
It's a part of the game.
It's called All in Life.
It's all a part of life. all in line. Gotta keep your head up and keep it stride. No time to be living a lie. You can make it if you try. You know I've heard them say life much better you live it your own way. But if you need a helping hand, just call on me, I will be your friend. And when it gets hard, face the world with your head screwed on. Just tell yourself you can, and that's when you'll understand that the hurt and the pain, it's a part of the game. It's all a part of life, to laugh and to cry. That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep your stride. No time for living a lie. Gotta keep it moving till you get it right. That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep your stride. No time to be living a lie. You can make it if you try. You gotta keep on moving on. Don't let no one stand in your way. Gotta keep on pressing on. As we pray for better days, keep it moving, moving to the next. When they try to bring you down, we gotta take it to the next level when they come around. That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep your stride. No time for living a lie. Gotta keep it moving till you get it right. That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep your stride.
Long journey through the pages of time. The mirror of my mind shows a barren land where the sun don't shine.
This is Cass Smith.
Surround me to imprison my soul.
Track called Journeys from the album of the same name.
Way oh na 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 na. 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 Hunger and starvation is the name of the day. Third world children are starving while they throw tons of food away. Politics, bureaucracy, Babylon with the mental slavery. The blood of the innocent run deep in the river of despair. We sing way oh na 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 na. 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 Time has passed, but everything remains the same. The earth is weeping, she's in so much pain. When will we stop? When will we stop? When will we learn? When will we learn? So many lessons have come and gone. Way oh na 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 na. 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 Triumphantly we shall rise up and win. That people, the whole wide world shall see the light within. Like Bob Marley, they gave prophecy. Our children shall fight against slavery. Soldiers of peace we shall march through the promised land. We sing way oh na 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 na. 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 Way oh na 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 na.
Dave Revels working on the Junior Rex.
Men dream of fortune and fame, fortune and fame.
It's called Good Jamaican Woman.
Own the world and hold it in their hand, in their hand. I just want to hold one woman tight, who will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me.
There's nothing like a good Jamaican woman, trust me.
Sweet little dimple and twinkling in her eye, in her eye. My brown-eyed, brown skin got me going all in, searching everywhere till I find you, girl. Yeah, so warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right.
I want me needing on my life, Jamaican woman, so she can be my wife. Empress divine, she'll come from paradise. Tell you one time and I have to tell her twice. Jamaican girl, them are the sweetest thing. And when they touch road, they give her diamond ring. Warm and tender, she's my everything. Jamaican woman, there's a joy you bring. Hey, what they sing, I sing.
So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman who will love me.
I love the way it feels. It's almost like a dream. If the winds put up and take me to where it all began.
I see J-Ball working out to the Roger and I.
Another love song, praying that it never goes wrong.
It's another love song.
What it really feels to be loved, moments of emotion.
Something you get from a good Jamaican woman, yeah?
I'm caught up in the rapture of you.
Music just turns me on.
Like a dream, if the winds put up and take me to where it all begins. I'm so caught up in another love song, praying that it never goes wrong, floating on a melody of what it really feels to be loved, moments of emotion shared by two who really, really care. I'm caught up in the rapture of you, and I don't wanna let go. My resource, my constant comfort zone, and I come to you whenever I'm feeling alone. You never let me down. You always lift my spirit. So grateful that you're with me. I'm thankful that you are so caught up in another love song, praying that it never goes wrong, floating on a melody of what it really is to be loved, moments of emotion shared by two who really, really care. I'm caught up in the rapture of you, and I don't wanna let go. I look forward to every day, even days you stay away. Couldn't have you falling prey to someone else's charms. I love it when you're near me, love. That's when I think clearly, love. I know this might seem selfish, but I really do not care. When you work on trust and you don't stop, ride the waves of love and build it up, take a leap.
Dangling working out to Tanya Mullings. It's called On My Way.
Hoping you don't stay away too long. Cause without your love, from the very first moment I laid my eyes on you. Yeah, I noticed you were more than just a visual. I fell in love with your mind, not just the physical. Yes, each day I rise, I say a prayer for you. Yeah, I pray that Jah will bless and walk beside thee. I truly long for the day when you're beside me. Baby girl, I adore you. Only Jah alone I never put before you. That's so true. Them other girls are cool, but they won't do. They can love me like you love me, and that won't do. I really appreciate your love. Your royalness brought me to love. And I stumble and meet that's key to love. I miss your loving each and every day. I'm on my way to you. I never meant to stay away this long. Cause without your love, I know you're on your way to me. I'm hoping you don't stay away too long. Cause without your love, baby, trust me, it ain't easy. But I'm waiting for you. Sometimes I feel that you don't love me, but I know that you do. You are my king and I'm your queen, that's no doubt. You got the loving that I can't live without. So when I'm feeling down and lonely, I get by with the memories of you. Boy, I want you to know that I will never let you go. My love's for real and that's for sure. No one could ever love you more. And I will daily care for you. The life I have, I'll share with you. One love, one life, that's what we do. I'll be waiting you when you arrive. Woman, I'm on my way to you. I never meant to stay away this long. Cause without your love, I know you're on your way to me. I'm hoping you don't stay away too long. So without your love, say black woman, it's such a joy to hear you say the things you say. Cause I know that things are hard when I'm away. You're not trying the aggravation and the stress thing. You're a perfect testament to Jah blessing. Baby, I'm so committed to you. You make what's old seem brand new. When you need me, baby, I'll be there. Through the fire and the storm and the day, I'm on my way to you. I never meant to stay away this long. Cause without your love, I know you're on your way to me. I'm hoping you don't stay away too long. Cause without your love, my life is stars, the brightens up the night. Hand in my hand, hold me tight.
This is music from Tennille.
So deep, at the ocean so mysterious.
It's called Man, You're Beautiful.
Boy, you make me feel so damn delirious. Cause you're so beautiful, close and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live happy ever after? What else can I say? Then man, you're beautiful. You make the sun come up on a rainy day.
This is Paul Anthony working out with Maurice Gregory.
I'll be always here.
Track called When You Need Me.
When I don't pick up the phone, it don't mean I won't care.
It's just somehow I'm always busy. It hard to get a life when you have to make a living. I know I got some family and friends out there whom in a link with our chat to in months and years. Yeah, it no fear, it I swear. But if I say I love you, that means I still care. Trust me, sometimes I gotta walk alone, but I'll be back home real soon.
When you need me, I'll be there for you. I'm right here. Even if you don't talk all the while, I'll still care for you. When you need me, I'll be always here. Even when I don't pick up the phone, it don't mean I don't care.
Well, I'm not the best at reaching out and keeping in touch, but I promise to try to do better. Cause if I lose you tomorrow, my friend, I would wish we could spend more time together. Yeah, my only regret, make more time for the people I can't forget. Before they're just a memory, I feel give thanks for the love that you're giving me, and push right through the anxiety.
When you need me, I'll be there for you. Even if we don't talk all the while, I'll still there for you. When you need me, I'll be always here. Even when I don't pick up the phone, it don't mean I don't care. It's been a long time since I've seen you, yeah, but still you're on my mind. Oh, such a long time since we lost all, but the love doesn't decline. I'm here for you when all is lost. So say the word when you need me. I'll be there for you. Even if we don't talk all the while, I'll still there for you. When you need me, I'll be always here. Even when I don't pick up the phone, it don't mean I don't care. When you need me, I'll be there for you. Even if we don't talk all the while, I'll still there for you. When you need me, I'll be always here. Even when I don't pick up the phone, it don't mean I don't care. When you need me, I'll be there for you. Even if you don't talk all the while, I'll still there for you. When you need me,
'cause you make my life so great. Baby, you're my soulmate. 'Cause you make my life.
If you know you have a soulmate out there, just reach out to them and say, hey, what you up to? Thank you for being there for me. This is Ed Robinson.
Our love was meant to be.
Track called Soulmate.
Baby, from the moment I saw your face, baby, I felt that chemistry. Lady, that's how I know.
Hi, this is Ed Robinson. And no matter what you're doing right now, stop it. Because guess what? Kevin Stew is at the control. Tune in, sing.
Baby, you're my soulmate. 'Cause you make my life so great. Yeah, it's no mystery that our love was meant to be. Baby, from the moment I saw your
want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight as we part company to be with our respective soulmates, whether in person or in spirit. But as we part company, remember, look out for members of your community, because you never know who will look out for you. Members of your community include those who pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive. You take the bus, the plane, the boat, or the train. Yeah, man, all of these methods of transportation, you pass somebody along the way, right? Do something good for one of them, just one. My name is Kevin Stew, so I like to do it to you, for you, and with you. 10 p.m. Eastern. KevinStew.com, the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew and affiliates. Catch you on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Saturday Stew, Reggae Global Radio. Y'all do take care of yourselves. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid y'all a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. I'm out of here. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot, where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on KevinStew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.